Alright, we're playing Hoi. My soul, it aches. We're doing challenging, right? Challenging, right? And we're going to impossible. We'll turn on performance mode too, just for the sake of it. These are the stats. It's gonna be pretty fucking brazy. Mainly the fucking supply consumption, man. This shit is gonna be ass, bro. How you guys doing? This is a post-editing we shooting here. There's a lot of just like gameplay and not much of me talking because I'm autistic nut. So I'm just gonna talk about whatever while this shit plays in the background. So first of all, Happy New Year, guys. Hope you guys had a good Christmas, stuff like that. One of my like gaming New Year's resolutions is to beat expert AI on Impossible, which is why we are here today. So we're gonna give that as much as we can. Today, I only went up until like late 41 for reasons that you will see later. But yeah, we open up with my kind of standard Germany build. I start off with 8 mills that then go into civilian factories later, those mills being put straight into planes because the AI are fucking nuts in this. So the Spanish Civil War starts, and I'm going to make a comment here real quick about it. Let's try and do the game plan that I normally do. So what I mean exactly by my normal kind of thing is doing exactly this, rushing my infantry into that supply hub in the north and then trying to go for Barcelona, because if you get that province and Tortosa just south of, or just west of that, then the anarchists spawn in the south instead of the northeast, and it definitely makes things significantly easier for playing the Spanish Civil War. Not much of a person that really grinds in Spain, mainly because you can't obviously like communicate with the AI or anything to effectively grind. So I just do this to try and get the Spanish Civil War out of the way. But I do end up doing a lot of grinding in Spain this game. So I'm gonna talk about my general strategy for this now, because I mean we're looking at Spain for like half an hour in real life. So I've played before a lot with expert AI because normal AI kind of just is boring. You understand the game way too much sometimes, and you can build fucking like shitty infantry. All you need is green air and CAS, and you can win any front line really. And trying to do HOI4 achievements is just building level 10 airport after level 10 airport and just moving all of your planes across the front constantly, and it just gets tiring. But Expert AI is, I find at least, to be pretty fun. It's vaguely like playing against a human, but not really. Obviously, a human is a lot smarter because they can actually think for like tactics and shit against you. And yeah. So all expert AI really does is just feed the AI a ton of resources that it can just throw at you. And it feels more of a slog, and at least for me, I pay attention to the game a lot more when I play with expert AI, which is why I like playing with it, because, like normal HOI4 is just looking at a map, drawing an arrow, clicking go, and then that's it, right? There's no real gameplay other than whatever role play you're making for yourself. I got lost in the sauce. So we're only going until like late 41. I'm gonna try again tomorrow or the day after, and we'll see how that ends up being. But yeah, I mean, I've already messed some stuff up already. Like, I could have put a lot of stuff onto the market immediately rather than waiting until mid 38 to do so. Um, Also, something I didn't take into account because I've been doing a lot of achievements since the DLC came out, obviously, uh, is that Angelus kind of gets delayed a little bit because expert AI Austria is actually building divisions and not just like keeping the ones they start out with. So that kind of threw me off for like two focuses. But other than that, I'd say we're gaming. And yeah, I'm starting to get a collaboration government on the French, even though I didn't know this before. But if you don't take Vichy, then the collaboration just doesn't go through at all. You just don't get the collaboration government. You don't get any compliance from it. I guess you still get the surrender limit, but not really because Vichy doesn't spawn, so the French just keep all their territory anyway. It's kind of bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. But that's something I will do next time. Is making Vichy France so we can get that compliance. So into how I kind of play Germany, I don't really do. I know it's Germany, right? But like, I don't really do tanks as Germany. I like doing infantry. I like doing a lot of infantry, a lot of very good infantry, high quality infantry. And so I go with Prussian Legacy and get the industry, or not industry, the infantry buff, rather. And then I take the Ural bomber program later. So all my like fighters and CAS have 15% more air attack. And overall, I like it. I think next game I'll try doing combined arms in a more like classic, heavy or medium Germany tank playthrough. Mainly for that CAS support, but I got something right here. Hold on. This is actually, like, genuinely, this is a really good build. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a genuinely good build. I am a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. But I think we're doing fantastic. So, like I said just there, I feel like my build is like phenomenal. I mean, usually I kind of space out and I'm missing artillery or anti-air or something, especially with my weird ass templates that I make. I'll show on the screen now if I remember, but like, yeah, right there, yeah. Like, I make some really fucked up templates. Anyway, got a thing. Maybe I worried about fighters too much. Yeah, I did not worry about fighters too much. The UK had like 4,000 planes when I was being grinded down to like 800 later on. It is a fucked up world that we live in. Okay. Let's get this shit started. And so the war starts. We got quite a bit of airplanes. I would have liked more close air support, but again, something to fix for next build. We start moving in. Something with expert AI is that they get a extra surrender limit, and it's a lot. Like, you have to go all the way to capitulate a country if you don't have any collaboration. So we have to go all the way to the Soviet border with Poland to capitulate them. And that kind of messes me up because I do Around the Maginot immediately after Danziger War, because I'm done, but forgot something here. I never did Molotov-Ribbentrop. Fuck. Yeah. So they move Molotov-Ribbentrop over to the right, and it's just out of my view, and I forget about it. Nearly every Germany playthrough that I do now, but Poland's done. About 1,000,000 and 100,000 casualties for the Polish for like 50,000 Germans or something. Like, it's crazy. Anyways, we went into the Netherlands there, and we're lining up on Belgium now. I built a level 10 airport in southern Rhine, so I would have, the capacity able to get there. And then here's the breakthrough in France. Haters will say that I should have had tanks and I could really exploit this, but in my experience, the tanks just run out of fuel 3 provinces in and can't do shit because supply in this game is awesome. Yeah. So we got this big breakthrough going. Everything's looking peachy, right? I'm thinking to myself now, and there should be a clip later on. Like, I don't know what the hell I was worrying about at this point because everything seemed just peachy. Everything's going the way it was. Again, since the AI is 100% surrender limit and I don't take Vici anyway, I'm preparing to full siege the Maginot, and I gotta fully, clean France and shit. Man, what the fuck am I worried for? Like, actually, what the fuck was I worried about? Yeah, it was kind of a steamroll, I'm not gonna lie. Even with my my infantry that wasn't, fully developed yet. Let's just say I normally add another piece of artillery and get rid of an infantry guy, just for the pure like soft attack breakthrough shit. So for some reason I really focus on the Maginot here when I should have been focused more in southern France because that's the actual threat. And definitely one of the blunders I made this game is just building an airport wasn't on my mind for some reason. And so I was just practically working with 400 to 800 close air support in southern France when I could have been working with all of them. All 1.2, 1.6k close air support. But anyways, the garrison infantry comes out, and again, I'm feeling like this is a cakewalk, but the Battle of Southern France takes a while. You can see they made a little incursion north of Bordeaux, but I quickly get another army group to help calm that down. And I encircle some of the French here and British troops and encircle them. And that's nice. And then, I'm still really not taking the game like 100% seriously at this point. I got no idea what's in store. So I'm kind of just selecting everyone and then just right-clicking Bordeaux. And then, everything will work out, right? And to be fair, everything did work out. As you can see there, we got like 50 or so French divisions encircled outside of Bordeaux. And at this point, I'm thinking whether I want to do a sea lion or should I just build up and just go into the Soviet Union, because they're really like, I want to sea lion to see how bad it is, but at the same time, if I want to take this game seriously, I should really go into the Soviet Union like early war, March 1940. Like right now, I should go into the Soviet Union and just mop them up. And I think I decide here whether I want to. They declared war on their own volition. If you lose, I'll kill you. Alright, so Italy just randomly declared war on France. I don't know what's up with that. And with that, I decide, yeah, we might as well just sea lion. Because if we don't, there's a decent chance that halfway through Barbarossa, Italy gets invaded by the UK because Italy doesn't have these bonuses. And, yeah, and they just die. Now, another blunder I made here is using, kind of like real life, using my close air support to try and bomb out the British fleet. I lose a lot more close air support than I thought doing that, and I didn't really notice. I don't think I ever checked the stockpile when we actually get into the UK, but yeah, we run out of close air support really fast, and by the end, I think I'm going between like 100 and 200. But here comes the invasion of the UK. Everything's fine. I see that 13 divisions on the tile, but I'm like, this is normal for expert AI. They probably just moved all the divisions that just spawned in from London. Little did I know, right? They absolutely just start swarming me. It's expert AI. I didn't really disable any British Navy or anything, so they just start convoy raiding me. I can't really do much, so I plan a second invasion into the UK to try and relieve the first. if possible. And the only way I was able to invade and able to get
The
second
haters will say
off,
that I should have had tanks. Tanks will not fucking help in this situation in the slightest because I can't even supply the guys over there.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really like doing tanks because I'm having supply troubles all the time.
I was low-key betting that they weren't going to have a garrison, being that they were dealing with the main invasion, but what the fuck? They're full fucking divisions too, man.
Yeah, so this is where it really starts to set in, and most of the gameplay you'll see I will just be hovering over England for the next 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I don't know why. I just didn't expect this many divisions in Britain.
Well, I'm glad the Italians are here, said fucking no one.
I said that because of the amount of Allied support showing up in southern England, when in reality that was probably just draining more of my supply. My troops are better than the Italians anyway. So I really should have just turned off the supply hubs. The Allied, supply hub type shit.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I'm tunnel visioning on fucking Scotland, man. I don't want to look at it.
Yeah, so the situation in the south starts to get a little bad. I'm kind of sounded like the mustache man right now, but bear with me here. So I set up a second invasion of the UK, again another relief invasion, even though the first one didn't work at all. Yeah, I'm kind of just staring at my screen, looking at these 80 or so British divisions just ramming into me constantly. I can't reorg or anything. I can't even get any like manpower reinforcements or anything.
Let's get these guys out of here now.
Alright, so I abandon both that invasion and evacuate everybody from southern Britain because the situation is dire.
October 40. We got another. Oh my god, I can't imagine the fucking Soviets.
Yeah, if Britain's like this, I wonder how the Soviets are gonna be like. And this is where I start thinking, maybe not for Britain, but for the Soviets, I definitely need heavy tanks. Cause, yeah.
We have 100 divisions against us here. See, and this is the problem with expert AI. They get so many supply buffs. It's literally like the AI simply does not have supply. They are supplying this, barely having supply problems, on a level 1 railroad connection, or just the port. The level 5 port. This entire thing on level 1 rail. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like I said before, it's a little crazy. Not even a little crazy. It is like just insane. The AI can have 100, 20 or 40 with divisions just constantly pressing against you. They don't have any attrition. They don't have any supply problems whatsoever. And obviously, you, the player, and whatever AI you're fighting with, have that issue where you can barely supply anything. And yeah, by now the air war is most certainly lost. I mean, I know I show it a little bit, but even with like the TM best airplane that you can build, I am trading negatively purely because they have 3,000 planes and I have like 900. It is not a good situation. And next game I will definitely be putting more into airplanes, maybe even Russian fighter 2s and shit.
Overall, I'm thinking this is a blunder. Thinking next time we're not gonna bother with a sea lion. We're just gonna go straight
into the USSR, 1940. Yeah, so this is where I kind of start sounded like the mustache man. Um, so yeah, the plan for next game is that we're gonna try early war on the USSR while they still have the purge. Festung Newcastle, and hopefully it's not as bad as I think, right? We'll go in, with a few tiger divisions, surely, or maybe even just early mechanized with SPGs and maybe even super heavy tank destroyers. We could do that. Um, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But remove attrition. 30%. Oh my fucking god, bro. Yeah, I guess the only way you can really make AI stronger in these cases is just by giving them a lot of supply. Right? I want to see if I can push them back now, because if I can, that would be hilarious. So, I just turned off the supply bonuses that the AI gets, and we're going to see how they fare. And spoiler alert, I push them all the way back to the Midlands. I go back up to Scotland because I'm bored, and then push them all the way back down just to prove a point. Yeah, there's a point where, the AI has good divisions. They have so many divisions that they can just out-reinforce you in every single battle. I couldn't imagine fucking doing this with Fallschirm Jaegers, bro. It's just crazy. I try and do a cheeky encirclement here, doesn't really work. You know how it is. I then try and look for my End of an Empire song from Hearts of Iron 3 I love so much, but I could not find it. Yeah. I mean, the only idea I'm having is to invade the USSR, try and rush nukes early. Hell, maybe even invade Norway for the heavy water, right? It just sounds like I'm coping, like insane cope right now. But I genuinely have no other idea on how you can win this. And people are like, people will say like, oh, you just need medium tanks and heavy tanks. I at least need a year production of naval bombers, to clear out the British fleet. But by then the Americans are gonna be in, and it's just not going to look good. And it's just gonna be hell. So I think just nuking the entirety of the British Isles is the answer. The final answer, really enough. Okay, and that's my time. So what have we done? 4 million casualties of the British. We've only have 374 to them. 3.3 million British people. Right, so, and now the US is in the war, and they have oh my god, 300 factories too. So I know I was kind of all over the place with this video. This is kind of my first time doing this style of content. Before I kind of just, do funny moment shit. It's easy. But I feel like documenting my journey through this impossible expert AI thing, because I've seen streamers try and do it, and it takes them, attempt after attempt after attempt. And then you have some that just result to like exploiting and shit. And that's just boring. I'm gonna try and beat it as legitimately as I can. Yeah, I'll probably do my next playthrough tomorrow or the day after, and I'll try and keep this series afloat for like the next week or two. But I think that's all from me right now. So yeah, tune in next time, and we'll see about the Soviet Union.